This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 748, Why I'm Taking Back My Evenings by Cait Flanders of CaitFlanders.com, and I'm Justin Malik, the guy that reads blog posts to you every single day of the year with permission from the websites. And today's episode is sponsored by Talkspace, the online therapy company that lets you choose from over 1,500 licensed therapists. Get matched with your perfect therapist who can put you on the path to a happier life. For a special offer just for our listeners, visit Talkspace.com/old. Today's post is from Cait Flanders. She has a new book coming out in just a couple of weeks, and I'm going to do a special episode with her in about a week, so definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, let's hear her post as we optimize your life. Why I'm Taking Back My Evenings by Cait Flanders of CaitFlanders.com. Hello, friends, and hello, December. It's hard to believe that my year of slow living experiments is almost over. It started with the slow morning experiment in January, where I allowed myself to wake up naturally and have a slow, quiet morning before the start of each day. Slow mornings are something I've managed to continue with all year and have helped lower my anxiety about both work and life. Now, this year of experiments has come full circle, and it's time to focus on slowing down my evenings, particularly my bedtime routine. If I've never mentioned it before, I've always been a troubled sleeper. The first time I can remember experiencing an extended stretch of insomnia was in the 9th grade, age 14. I would either lay awake until 3 a.m. and then sleep for only a few hours, or I would wake up around 3 a.m. and never fall back asleep. This went on for weeks before I was finally so exhausted that my body just knew what it had to do, and then I would sleep well for a few weeks or months until my insomnia came back for another stretch of time. It's fair to say I've had at least 1 or 2 stretches of insomnia every year since, so I wouldn't consider myself an insomniac, and I feel fortunate to get the amount of sleep that I do, but I still don't have the healthiest sleep pattern, and I know there are 2 things to blame. The first is that most nights I don't give myself a lot of downtime before bed. This past month was the worst because the book launch has meant there is work I could do at all hours of every day, but I'm currently in the habit of working right up until bedtime, then closing my laptop, crawling into bed, and trying to fall asleep right away. There's been no time to read and no time for a bath and no time to just be quiet and do nothing. I've actually been falling asleep okay, but that's because of my other bad habit. I can't even believe I'm saying this. I bring my phone to bed with me, and I've been opening the Netflix app and falling asleep to the quiet sound of a boring show. I know. I've combined the 2 worst things you could do in bed: look at your phone and watch TV. I will say I don't do this all the time. It's a bad habit I seem to pick up when I'm stressed or sad. I did it for a couple of months in 2015, and I did it for a couple months in 2016, and I've been doing it a lot since the dogs died. It's like my body and mind can't take the silence, and I just need a little comfort that I no longer find in alcohol or food. So I just do it. I don't feel good about it, and I don't even like admitting it. But it's because I don't feel good about it and don't want to admit it that I know it's time to change the habit for good. And you guys are the best accountability partners a girl could ask for. So that's why I'm sharing it here. My intention for December is to take back my evenings altogether. That starts with signing off from work earlier and having at least a couple of hours to myself. With the book coming out in just 6.5 weeks, I know the to-do list will continue to scroll through my mind, but I really need that downtime. I want to curl up on the couch with tea, read for fun again, it has all felt like work lately, and soak in a lot of Epsom salt baths. That's what my body and mind really need. What I don't need is my phone or Netflix in bed, so that is changing cold turkey today. I've deleted the Netflix app, and the phone will lay upside down on my dresser, out of reach. Maybe I'll eventually get to the point where I don't even bring it into my bedroom, but I have a lot of early morning interviews these days, so my phone's alarm clock is currently essential. So I'll relax after work, then read in the tub and or in bed, and fall asleep without the soother that my phone has become. That's the plan for December. Experiment number 10, slow evenings. No work or social media after 7 p.m. After work, write down the next day's schedule and to-do list. No TV or phone after 8 p.m. and definitely not in bed. read a book every night, probably in the bathtub, and create or practice or share my new bedtime routine. I've known I needed to do this experiment all year, but I think there's a reason I pushed it to the very end, because it meant I would have to share my dirty little secret with you that I bring my phone to bed, and because I would have to stop doing it. In the minimalism and simple living space, I feel this pressure to be totally awakened and in control of every part of my life. But I'm not perfect. I'm self-aware, but that doesn't mean I do everything right. Like I've said before, I'm just trying to do the best I can. We all are. And I'm really grateful I can share all parts of myself here with you. You just listened to the post titled Why I'm Taking Back My Evenings by Cait Flanders of CaitFlanders.com. And big thanks again to my sponsor for today's episode, Talkspace. A therapist can definitely help you with your nighttime habits, and Talkspace is the online therapy company that makes it easy to connect with an experienced licensed therapist that you pick based on your preferences and for much, much cheaper than traditional therapy. You can send your therapist audio messages, video messages, or even text messages. Highly doubt you'll get that with traditional therapy. Or you can even do a live video chat. Talkspace therapists are fully licensed and go through a rigorous screening process. Plus, they've done thousands of hours of supervised professional training. So to match with your perfect therapist, head on over to Talkspace.com/old. And as a special bonus just for you, you can use the code OLD to get $30 off your first month, and I'll show your support for this podcast. That's the code OLD, and you can use that at Talkspace.com/OLD. Thank you for listening all the way through and being here every day with me. Hope you're having a great Thursday if you're listening in real time, and I'll be back tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.